And to you, HawkFanatic.com, brought to you by Patrick Eads and the staff at Deary Brothers Ford on Mormon Trek. Steve Anderson, Hawkeye Title and Settlement. Mike's E-Keys for cars. Tavern Blue on the Coralville Strip. GT Car and his crew at Supple's Building and Remodeling. Supple's Flowers, the home of 1-800-800-ROSE. The Midtown Family Restaurants. Harty and Stocker Jewelers 101 South Dubuque Street, downtown Iowa City. Diamond Dreams Sports Academy. Premier Automotive in North Liberty. The Oxyoke Inn in the Amanas. Streets Maintenance. And Dr. Lance Forbes Diamond Dental in Cedar Rapids. Here's Tom Suter and Pat Harty from HawkFanatic.com and a neighbor of yours who manages Ace Hardware on Mall Drive. We wanted some pavers, and they had some pavers, and he's a big fan of the morning show.
He also helps me when I go there.
Yeah. He gave me, and I can't remember his name now, and I'm stupid.
Me, I can't either. Sorry.
I'm not sure I know his name, but he's a nice guy.
Yeah, he actually, I couldn't lift the pavers, and Jan, of course, couldn't, so he put him in his truck, took him over to the house, put him where Jan wanted him.
Now that's service.
Yeah, that is.
So I'm gonna.
I go there a lot.
I'm gonna get him some T-shirts and stuff.
Oh, good.
Yeah, real nice. That was very nice.
No, he's a good guy.
Yeah.
No, and he's told me he listens, so appreciate it.
Yeah.
I mean, why would he not listen? I mean,
why wouldn't you
think of the
listen
gold
to
we're
this?
going to bring now. I mean, sure, we've got a lot on our plate today.
Steve's been fighting with our meteorologist.
Oh, really? About what? Let me guess. You're saying the weather's going to be worse than what he's saying?
No. Sharks and climate change.
Oh. So what are the sharks doing because of climate change? Attacking more people?
Coming closer to people.
Gee, we've never seen that before.
Coming closer. Yeah.
Gee, I've never seen video of sharks swimming around close to shore. This is just starting to happen.
Then I read this one shark attack where the guy evidently had too much to drink, and he started circling the shark and tormenting the shark. That
That's a
did
good
not
idea.
end well. Yeah.
And then the shark finally said, screw it, man. I'm
Yeah.
trying to
And
ignore
got
you.
him.
Huh?
The shark got him?
Took off his foot.
Oh. Jesus.
Why
What
would
an
you
idiot.
do that?
Alcohol. Well,
Alcohol.
And
Yeah.
stupidity.
Hey, I like to drink. There is no amount of alcohol that I could consume to make me want
I'm
to
the
mess
same way.
around with a shark.
And the more alcohol I drink, the more I want to be, like, safe and secure, like, at home.
Yes.
I don't do a lot of public drinking.
No.
I just don't.
No.
Because the problem with drinking in public is at some point you got to get home.
Well, you do.
But yeah, that's not the smartest thing to do. But sharks we've been seeing video of sharks being close to people for years. I believe in climate change, but I'm not sure about that.
That's Scientific American.
I mean, I do.
I read it right out of Scientific American.
Don't you believe in some climate change?
Oh,
to an extent?
absolutely.
I'm not one of these hardcores say we got to stop using gas and and all that stuff.
I mean, it would be a good move if we did.
yeah, but it's just not feasible.
no.
I mean, it's just not realistic
Not
in
at
the
this
world that
time.
we have carved out for ourselves right now. But I also think we should be taking steps to move. And
Certainly.
I do not have an electric car. I'm not thrilled with the idea of driving an electric car, but that's just because I don't like change.
I have a hybrid, and I enjoy driving it.
Are those the one that sounds like they turn off every stoplight,
Yes.
then they turn back on? Yeah, my brother-in-law and sister have one. They like it. I don't think I would. But
I love backing out of the driveway because it's nothing, no sound whatsoever.
well, it's not
That's
like
very
mine's
cool.
playing the bugle or anything. I mean,
Yeah,
mine doesn't make any noise.
Fine.
No, I mean, it is
I'm getting
completely silent.
I get 30. It says I'm getting 31.8 miles a gallon in the city.
That's
That ain't
pretty
bad.
good.
And I got, when
Good.
we went out to Colorado, it was at 41, 42.
You have a Camry, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that seems pretty.
No, that's excellent.
I think mine's a Accord, but it's older than yours, and I think I'm in the mid to high 20s or whatever.
I have my hybrid, and I'm about 40.
Nice things. I just don't, since I don't drive my car much anymore outside of just here in town, I've hardly put any miles on that car over the last. I used to put miles on, because I'd use them for work lots of times, or I'd go back to forth to Des Moines a lot when my parents were still alive. I don't do that hardly at all anymore, and man, you can see it. And where you save money, though, is tires. I mean, your tires last so much longer. I had one year, last year I drove less than 5,000 miles on my car. That's not a lot for.
Usually I'd just go I go around the community, not just.
Yeah, you don't drive, but
I don't.
I used to have years where I put 15,000, 20,000 miles on a car in a year.
Yeah.
Well, we put more on because we drive
take long trips.
to Florida generally once a year.
Yeah, and like all those trips that we did for Hawkeye football and stuff, we rented cars on every one of those, I believe. So, but yeah, it's amazing how the less you drive, wow, the mileage doesn't really kick up that much. But
and Camrys, all the Camrys built for 2025 are hybrids, 100%.
I think a lot of them are going. And Camrys and Accords, I've always kind of lumped them together.
Yeah, they're the same class.
I've owned both. I've had a Camry and an Accord.
I got good mileage with the Fusion.
Mine. As I said, mine. I got about 40.
Yeah, I think I got in town like 24 and maybe 30. Mm-hmm. And that was like 2015. I mean, they made improvements in all of
mine's
stuff.
Sure.
That's how old mine is. 2015.
This is a 2020.
Mine's a 2015, so it's amazing. I don't really look at it as being an old car, and it doesn't look like it, but it's almost 10 years old.
Mine's 2017. I don't need a new car, but I am starting to get a little itchy.
Because I got one?
I drive.
No, it's just timing-wise. I've had this.
Well, I was itchy for like a year.
Yeah.
I kept talking myself out of it.
I never get that itch.
I've had this car for 7 years, so I get bored with them.
Then Patrick will start sending you pictures of cars now. He said started sending me. He goes, I think you ought to get in this car. It was the car I got.
Well, I'm in my third car in the last 5 years because two people have smashed me from behind.
Yeah.
So I've been getting new cars, too, a lot more than I would like to. Yeah, 3 cars, and it's been 5 years. This car now is my third one in about, because I think those accidents all happened. And the last one happened, what? I think it's 3 years ago when I got smashed from behind on First Avenue there between Hy-Vee and Southeast Junior High. That can get to be really bad when it's really busy because it looks like you got more space. And just it's one of those where, like with me, the car in front of me slammed its brakes. Then I slammed my brakes. But the guy behind me, I think he had to have been texting. He hit me so hard that I did severe damage to the car in front of me that he pushed me into.
Yep.
And the kid driving that car, some young muscular kid, he gets out and he's all pissed off. What the hell are you, dude? I'm like, I didn't hit you, he did. And he looked at my car and he's like, whoa. And then he started yelling at that kid. And then I thought they were going to get into it, but this kid was a lot bigger. Then the cop came and calmed everybody down.
That's when I got rear-ended at the crosswalk right before you got to the stretch that you were talking about by Hy-Vee there.
There's just a lot of traffic there
there is.
At certain times of the day, and it's just and this kid, like I said, I had to slow down pretty abruptly because the traffic in front of me slowed down so quickly.
Yep.
But this kid, I was talking to him. The cop told me to leave him alone. The kid, and then there was that 2-hour stretch where I was led to believe that he didn't have any insurance. That wasn't good. But luckily, his grandfather had insured it.
You were there. Well, you weren't there to see it, but you were there.
When you got T-boned?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
And to be truthful, it was raining so hard. I don't know whose fault it was.
So your insurance had to pay for it?
He never turned it in.
Who fixed your car?
It totaled.
Oh, so you had to buy a new car?
Yeah, but I had Gap. I had Gap insurance, so I didn't have to.
Yeah, see, with mine, on one of them, I only got $12,000 for my car, and the car I bought was $17,000. So I've got just a few more. I've just been paying off. Yeah, that Camry that Accord cost me $17,000 back in, I think it was 2019, because it was a 4-year payment I'm doing. I think I've got like 3 payments left.
Well, when the officer that came to the scene was also a big fan of the morning show, but that isn't what saved me. What saved me is the guy that was driving the van that T-boned me got out of the van and ran.
It's generally not a good idea.
And then the woman that was in the passenger seat is in the passenger seat going, I was driving.
Yeah, the officer smelled a rat there pretty quickly, I'll bet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
I still can't believe you weren't hurt in that.
do you know, I have been in some accidents that I was in an accident in the Riata where I got rear-ended and it took the rear end of the Riata off. I don't know. I'm not supposed to get hurt.
Evidently.
Evidently not. It's the only thing I can figure out.
Back to the Hawks. Okay. Kate Martin got her first start for the Aces yesterday. Yeah. And she scored 13 points, and Megan Gustafson had 11 for the Aces in unfortunately a losing effort. But a couple good efforts by Hawkeyes there.
Who did they lose to?
Sparks, Kim Brink's team.
Oh, wow. That's a big win for the Sparks.
Yeah, it is.
Especially if Martin and you get 24 points from Martin and Gustafson and still lose. Wow.
Yeah. Asia Wilson had 31. I think Kelsey Plum had 25.
Kate was sitting next to Asia and called her the best player in the world, and now there's controversy because they think she was sliding Caitlin. It's just.
Well, I think she is the best player in the world.
She is by far the best player in the world, and if it's not her, it's Brianna.
Oh, Jesus,
it's Brianna, whatever. Stewart.
Stewie.
Yeah, I don't.
That's her teammate.
Yeah, and it never ends.
You know, it's like the first question to Caitlin is, how disappointed are you? And Caitlin,
well, that's an obvious question.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe they didn't phrase it the right way, but that's the first question you're going to ask because it's the first time she had media contact since you, and she handled it great.
Yes,
perfectly.
She handled it perfectly.
Now, I'm not sure I totally believe her that she wasn't disappointed a little, but it's not, if she didn't want to say that, that is more than her right. I'm sure the competitive part of her was probably a little disappointed.
Probably.
I mean, obviously she was, because what did she text to her head coach? They woke a monster. Isn't that what she texted to her head coach?
Yeah.
So there's disappointment in there, but fine. But I thought she handled it well. And if she would have said, yeah, I'm slightly disappointed I'm a competitor, I would have had no problem with that either. You know, so they've asked her. Now, hopefully that story's dead.
Hell, it isn't. It's all over the network.
Well, yeah, I know. It is, but it'll eventually, they won't be talking. Now, it'll be revisited closer we get to the Olympics, but it won't be a main story. Eventually, eventually it just gets boring and old. I mean, it's just.
It already is.
I mean, yeah, it already, I mean, I never looked at it as a problem on the court. My problem was, I think they missed an opportunity off the court because she would have brought extra eyes. That team's going to be just fine without her.
Yeah,
I mean, from a competitive
that's a great team.
I mean, the guards on that team are deserving to be. Taurasi at 42 or whatever she is. If you want to say you could have put Caitlin on there, I wouldn't have had a problem with that. If you wanted, if Caitlin was on the team, I'd be all for it. I think that's great. They see this opportunity. She's a special player. And would I expect her to start? No.
I
would expect her.
She wouldn't start.
I would think they would try her. Hey, you hot? You think you're hot today? Get in there and see if we can make some threes. I think she would have helped them. But no, it's over with now. She has addressed it. She did it with class. Now move on. When do they play next?
Tonight.
What channel?
NBA TV?
Well, one says, NBA TV, and one said NBC Sports.
Oh, then I could watch
there
it.
isn't an NBC.
Knock on wood.
Unless it's Comcast.
Well,
I could watch it, unless Mediacom has other thoughts.
Or Peacock could be. But my sheet here says NBA TV.
Yeah, I know, but then Hunter
what time's the game?
It said NBC.
6.
6 o'clock on NBC seems a little weird, doesn't it? On a Monday, but maybe nothing makes sense anymore.
No, it really doesn't.
I mean, the old days you had local news on at 6 o'clock. Growing up in Des Moines, the news was always at 6 and 10 on the 3 channels.
Yeah.
That's not the case anymore, is it?
No.
It wasn't it?
Well, actually, I don't know. I haven't seen a local newscast in probably 25 years.
I haven't either, but I assume there's still news. Is there still news?
Seriously?
Yes, there's still
news at 6 and 10.
Yes.
Is it at 6 and 10?
Yes.
Okay, that's where it was in Des Moines.
And it's also at 4 and at 5.
Well, that's different. It wasn't like that growing up. We had news at 6 and 10. My dad would always watch the national news at 5:30, and then he'd always watch the 10 o'clock news and then go to bed. He did that that was his routine every single day.
And then I went to YouTube TV to program it in, and it wanted me to pay for the WNBA.
So it's not on NBC?
I have no idea. I'm looking.
Somebody
right
will
now.
call in with the
I
answer.
am looking right now. Hello.
Why did I leave my radio on?
What?
Oh my God! I haven't watched the news in 25 years.
I haven't.
I haven't watched the local news.
No,
Not
local
25
news.
years.
Me once.
I can't say 25 years.
Well, at Channel 2, okay, that's legitimate. All right.
I can't say 25 years. That's not. 'Cause I've been here 33. I remember moving here and watching the news some. I don't watch 6 and 10 o'clock news anymore.
I mean, Mace, I probably saw you, going through channels, since I probably saw you, but I don't.
Oh, I
don't
remember
watch
seeing
local
Mace.
news.
But guys, I don't.
I'm looking for grit. Oops, that damn news is in the way.
I rarely watch.
Where's Caitlin's game? Oops.
I mean, I rarely watch Sports Center anymore.
No, I don't.
I used to watch Sports Center a
either.
lot. I hardly ever watch Sports Center anymore.
During the football season, maybe.
Maybe, and I barely watch the 5:30 national news anymore because everything they're talking about, you've been hearing about all day.
Yeah.
Yeah, listen to Captain for an hour. You will have heard it 4 times.
Well, I mean, we just heard his story about his history of car wrecks again.
Yeah, I haven't heard
I have
that
it
one.
memorized.
Ask him about sharks and climate change again.
We already went over that.
Scientific American base.
The Hawks are coming. We got some hot Hawk conversation coming.
Hot Hawk talk.
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah.
I like. This is one of those silent. See, I like these.
Well, you kind of regroup,
Well, you just,
retool your brain a little bit.
or you just let your audience know right now we have nothing. The captain's looking at his phone.
I am looking to see when the hell what they're on.
Where the game is.
Yeah.
Well, until I'm told differently, I'm going to assume it's on NBA TV.
That's what I would assume too.
But
And like I said, I may get that, but I don't believe I do. I have no idea what channel it would be. I think for me to get that, I have to pay $500 a month, not $400.
It says USA.
USA Network?
wow.
That's what it says.
Is Mace still on?
No.
I didn't hear him. So now it's on 3 different channels, but we don't know which one it's on. We've got our choices.
This here says, well, that would be NBC. USA is owned by NBC.
But does that mean it's on NBC or is it on USA? I don't know.
It's on USA. That's what it says here.
Wow.
From the WNBA.
How many different channels
Sun
is the WNBA
versus-
on?
Sun versus...
I got from the list I had. There were 7 different channels.
Wow.
it's-
My dream is to go right from Caitlin to Andy Griffith. Do you think that's going to happen someday? Like on Sundance? You're going to be able to watch Caitlin.
You know, of course it could happen.
Good.
Be able to watch Caitlin drop 40 and then 2 hours of Don Knotts playing Barney Fife. That would be magic.
Jesus Christ.
There you go.
What's wrong?
All right, on to the Hawks.
On to the Hawks. Let's see, move-in day yesterday, so
I saw that. I saw the photo of J.R. Koch and his son Cooper helping him move in. That aged me a little bit.
Yes.
Being that I'm probably 5-6 years older than J.R. Koch at least. But yeah, it was neat. Cooper's the kind of guy. I think he's been kind of just not saying overlooked, but I've had some people who've seen him play say he's a legitimate 6'7", 6'8", and he can shoot.
yes, he can.
So I think he helps them next year because they need shooters and scorers.
They do.
So, but yeah, I saw them all move. Then I saw a photo of Chris Taggio and I believe Drew Thelwell together. It looks like they're moving in together. So yeah, no, it's these are exciting times for these guys. You saw that they offered Cooper DeJean's younger brother. What is he in? What,
Jax.
Is he like in 8th grade?
9th.
Okay, 9th grade.
Jax.
Jax. That's a unique name, just like Cooper. But I'm sitting here. It's weird talking about guys that are in 9th grade.
Well, yeah, he's 2027.
When I saw that 2027 for him, I was like, wow. But he must be. I know he's talented, and I think isn't he a little bigger? Isn't he taller?
He's 6'4".
That's what I thought. Yeah.
Yeah.
So he's been offered, and of course Yose, right?
Yose.
Yose Epinesa was on his official visit this weekend with mom and dad, and AJ was there, and of course Eric plays on the team. And it looks like it went well. I mean, it looks like it went real well, which you knew it would. I mean, it's just like I said. my guess is here, just because it's here and this is where all the connections are. But there's 4 other possibilities, and you never say never in this type of situation.
I joked with Epi Friday saying, "Is this the first time Yosei's been in town, right?" And
did he laugh?
Yes, he did.
There you go.
Yes, he did.
So you were there to provide humor.
I was.
Where'd you see him at again?
They had just walked out
Oh,
of
the Chop House.
Iowa Chop House. Yep.
So not only was he full, but you were making him laugh.
Yes.
Full and content. So, but yeah, it's I don't know. Does he have more visits left? Was Iowa third on his foot?
I'm not sure.
Because he said he was taking 5 visits, and the other ones were to. I mistakenly said Oregon. It's Utah.
Oh.
Utah and Miami. Well, Utah, they've got connections out there.
Okay.
And there's a strong Polynesian influence out there, but I believe that was the 5th one. And Miami, and he's already visited. I know he's already visited Penn State, and he's already visited Missouri.
Mizzou, yeah.
So we'll see. I hope he comes here, obviously, but I don't get too wrapped up in stuff like that. I used to when I was younger. You get all excited if they commit, whatever. But now if it happens, it happens. If it doesn't, wish him well, and life goes on.
And there's serious NIL involved here too, and I know he's not all about that.
No, if he was all about that, he would not be coming.
No,
he would not even consider it.
No,
and so yeah, we'll see. I know Miami's got some pretty good NIL. All 4 of those programs probably. I don't know about Utah, but probably have better.
Probably so.
Probably have better NIL than Iowa, but Iowa has some other built-in advantages. Father played here. Hayden gave Epi a chance when Epi was down at Iowa Wesleyan. Gave him a chance to walk on play. He played. He fell in love with the program, the culture. And, Epi is deeply embedded in this Iowa football culture, and that's something no other school can match. AJ came here, had success, seemed to enjoy it.
And AJ seems to be doing okay.
So, yeah, there's a lot that Iowa has going for it. But still, he's got a decision to make.
Yeah.
I just want him to make the right decision for himself.
Yeah.
So...
And I imagine he will.
It's amazing to think that 4 years and 2 months ago we were talking to him and he was going into getting ready to just finish 7th grade, I think. Remember during the pandemic?
Yes.
Yeah. So that was a fun one, and boy, they've all had a lot of success since then. So yeah, my guess is Iowa, but like I said, I've been wrong before.
Yeah, we'll see. I sure hope he comes here, but. Mm-hmm. I won't be surprised if he doesn't, I guess.
I'd be a tiny, tiny bit surprised, especially if it was Penn State or Utah. I'd be less surprised if it was Missouri. And Missouri is so close to their home.
Yeah, Mizzou makes some
sense. And they won 11 games last year. This what's his name? Eli Drinkwitz?
Yeah, yes.
He's done a hell of a job there. Plus, his name is Eli Drinkwitz. Would you like that name? Think about it if your name
Coach
is...
Drink.
Hey, yeah, I will. No problem. Yeah. Thank you. I'm sure people call him Coach Drink.
I think they do.
Do you think Missouri students do a thing where every time you hear Coach Drink, you take a shot?
Yeah.
Imagine that.
That's Missouri.
Yeah, it is Missouri. Is that where Stacy was caught partying?
Yeah.
Was it?
Was it?
I thought it was farther south, but I don't know.
Florida.
No, it wasn't Florida. It was a Big 12 school.
I don't know.
I thought, I don't. Remember those photos? Mm-hmm. That one he's carrying that can of Busch Light. It's like 4 a.m. That was probably my favorite one. You see the clock in the background? That was such a wild story when that came out.
It was.
Because Iowa State was really good.
They were. He was good, a good coach.
But it doesn't sound like it was a lot of fun playing for him.
No, it doesn't.
It sounds like he really beat you down. And like with Adam saying, didn't put much emphasis on off, and human. You want to spend as much or more time stressing offense than defense. At least defense is not that fun to play. I don't care what people say. It's not as fun as offense.
No,
it just isn't.
No.
But yeah, that was a long time ago too.
Yeah, it was.
I think the Register broke that, didn't they?
I think so.
somebody sent the Register photos. I think that was even before the internet. Or maybe right about. It wouldn't have been. No, it would have been early too. Very early stages of the internet when newspapers still kind of were still kind of the main focus.
Yep.
And what have you. So, but yeah, and then track and field wrapped up. I don't know where Iowa finished. I didn't see. I know. I believe our javelin friend was the highest finisher individually.
And that was 7th.
And that was 7th. And I thought Paige McGee finished 12th. I know the shot putter, I think, finished 16th. And, wow, I watched a little bit of it. Arkansas women finished first through fourth in the 400 meters. They had 15 team points at the time, and I think it was Florida had 43. Just from that event, they moved ahead 44 to 43. Yeah, Arkansas's program is incredible. They've been dominant for so many years. And I actually found myself watching some of the college baseball tournament, which if I was not in it, I usually don't watch. But this Clemson-Florida game was incredible. I mean, it was fun to watch. It finished 11-10 in 12 innings. Clemson, the home team, lost, so Florida went to Clemson and won both games. But they started the second inning. They had a near bench-clearing brawl. And what was weird is there was a bunt, and the runner going down to first base collided with the pitcher, and they got a little chippy in it. Both benches came out. But Clemson had a runner on third base. And the rule is, since he left his position on third base to go towards where the near altercation was happening, he got ejected from the game. Ooh. And to me, college baseball has some really stupid rules. I mean, that is one of them. He was not really there was a bunch of people rushing. So a lot of these people that left the bench and came from, they didn't get ejected, but he did, since he was on the base path, is the only way I heard it explained, which I think is a weird rule. And he was their starting first baseman. And that was a big hit to them. But no, it was just, I just found myself, I can't believe I'm watching another inning of a game where I don't care about either team, couldn't care who wins. But it was just an entertaining game, and the atmosphere at Clemson was incredible. And I'm not knocking Iowa, but I am knocking it. It's like night and day.
Yeah.
I mean, just stands and cement stands and just beautiful concessions and all these big buildings and fans everywhere. I mean, it was electric there.
He was partying at Missouri and at Kansas State.
All right. Well,
the Register report was the Register, including drinking and kissing females on the cheek. He later said he was an alcoholic. In April, he resigned in May.
I remember that. He had that press where he said something like, "I'm an alcoholic," and that radio station from Chicago, remember Boers and Bernstein?
Yeah.
Weren't they the ones that would play that over and over?
Yeah.
I think they would just play as part of their lead into their, I believe it was them, which, that was a little harsh, but yeah, that was sort of the beginning to the end of that lifestyle for him, because it.
Then he went to Colorado State. They found that he created a culture of fear and intimidation.
He sounds like he was kind of mean.
And emotionally abused his players.
And Adam never went that far.
No.
But Adam did say that
he was tough.
Just say he was tough, and it just was not a lot of fun. Obviously, he left.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
But, and I've never heard that about Fran. Everyone talks about Fran's temper and whatever. I mean, the only time
Everybody's always said he just forgets about it.
Well, yeah, he just moves on. But I've never heard any. Oh man, McCaffrey's practices are just. I've never heard that.
No,
I imagine their practices are just like their games. They get to shoot a lot and play up and down. Fran's fun to play
as
for
fast as they can.
And those. To me, some of those outbursts during huddles and stuff, in sort of an odd way, I find them humorous. When he gets really mad, don't you?
Because his whole head gets
He gets red. Don't you kind of find him funny?
I don't know about that.
I can understand what you're saying.
I giggle at him. No, it's easy for me. I'm not one of the players sitting there but I think the players understand. Okay, let's let him just vent, and we'll be back.
But he does. He
vents.
He vents, but he goes. The venting is his whole head turns red. And
you've seen that thing on Twitter, Fran Con 1, Fran Con 2. That thing's pretty funny.
But then it's over.
Yeah, then it ends.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've never heard anyone say really anything bad about his practices. Or about him because like I said, he plays a fun brand of basketball.
He does.
He really does. And he does give his players a lot of there's been times where I'm saying, "Okay, Fran, you might want to take him out." That's but he doesn't.
Yeah.
He'll get more upset at the time a shot is taken than the shot that's taken. He has a lot of confidence in his guys making shots. But if there's times where they want to burn some time off the clock and somebody shoots with 20 seconds, that's stupid. That's going to piss him off because that's ignorant basketball. And I get that.
Yeah.
We're breaking it down.
Yeah.
No nonsense today. Starting the week off sharp. We still got a lot of time, though. A lot of time.
So we have, 4 new guys on the men's basketball team?
Yeah, Thelwell, Tajo, Cook, and
Koch and
Traore.
Yeah.
Koch, yeah, Koch. But yeah, 4 new ones, and you lost 3. What, Cricky, Patrick McCaffrey, and Tony Perkins. So,
Yep. So +1.
And I haven't heard anything about Riley Mulvey. Have you? I mean,
No, he's still on the team as far as I know.
I mean, I would like to think this will be year 3, right? 6'11".
Yeah.
It would be nice if he could help.
Yeah, even 5 minutes.
5-10 minutes,
Yeah.
a couple fouls, get 3 or 4 rebounds, give them a post presence, so Traore can play a little power forward, or you can have a lineup with. I mean, there's so much you could do if Riley Mulvey could just be someone that they can rely on.
Yeah,
I mean, the fact they redshirted him last year meant he was not ready.
No, and he can protect the rim because he got some good ups.
Yeah.
But he just must have so much holes in his game that it's just.
Oh, because Fran would play him if he thought
Yeah.
he did play him a couple of years. Remember, he played him. Remember the game against Purdue at the Big Ten tournament when he and Agundale both. Agundale made like 4 points, and didn't Mulvey make a basket?
I think so.
But then didn't he also take like didn't one of them take an ill-advised 3?
Yes.
Because I remember staring over to Fran just to get because I like Fran's reactions. Sometimes when those happen, he won't lose it. He'll do a look like, what the hell? I love his what the hell were you thinking look. That looks good too. That one from Fran. But they need that would be if you could get Riley Mulvey. So Owen Freeman, that's what I meant. Owen Freeman could play some power forward. You go 6'11", 6'10", and then you have Tajo or Traore or Dembele.
Yeah,
I mean,
there's
a lot of options if they could just get a post presence. Because I would like to see Owen Freeman play with somebody taller than him. Somebody who can with Cricky, it was Owen Freeman and Cricky at power forward. I'd like to see Owen Freeman be able to be the power forward. But to me, the only way you're going to be able to do that is if Riley Mulvey can become reliable. So there you go.
Well, why don't we take a quick break?
What time is it? I don't have it.
It's about 22.
Where's Karn? This is like good call. We don't call this please call. This is dead airway.
Mace called.
Well, Mace, does that counts as 4 or 5, doesn't it? He called to criticize and be mean.
What are you going to do? All right.
We'll be back.
1-800-800-ROSE. 1-800-800-ROSE. Your FTD florist is the only number you need to know to send flowers anywhere in the country or Canada from anywhere in the country. 1-800-800-ROSE. It's so easy. Just remember one number. 1-800-800-ROSE. Your FTD florist. 1-800-800-ROSE. Remember,
For a gift that your loved one will treasure for a lifetime, find it at our family-owned jewelry store in Iowa City, Hertine and Stocker Jewelers.
We can show you diamond engagement rings, colored stones, fashion jewelry, and watches.
Our jewelers are on site, so we can design jewelry for that special person in your life.
We are Hertine and Stocker, serving Iowa City and the surrounding area for 3 generations.
Hertine and Stocker Jewelers, downtown Iowa City, and HertineandStockerJewelers.com. Ask for Willa, Terry, Tim, or Kate. One of us is always there.
Don't wait for an emergency to get a backup for your car keys. Unlike the olden days, car keys have gotten extremely complex. Mike's eKeys for Cars can generate the most technically advanced automotive keys that are on the market today. For spares and lost keys, Mike's eKeys for Cars can produce most conventional transponder, high security, and remote head keys. Mike's eKeys for Cars will keep you on the road. Call 319-330-9185 and schedule an appointment today. Don't wait until it's too late. Call 319-330-9185 today.
When you go to a family restaurant, you want 3 things. 1, a wide selection of breakfast, lunch, and dinner items. 2, you want those selections to be affordable and delicious. And 3, you want to be treated like family. You get all 3 at the Midtown Family Restaurant. Breakfast items available anytime the doors are open. Legendary tenderloins, onion rings, and hot roast beef sandwiches. And special ribeye and shrimp nights. Daily specials at each location. And no matter if you're coming in solo or with a group of 20, you get the same special family treatment. The Midtown Family Restaurants at Court and Scott Streets and at the Walmart Plaza on Highway 1 West. Follow them on Facebook or at MidtownFamily.com. The family's waiting for you.
Are you tired of living in a home that doesn't quite meet your needs? Then it's time to call the experts at Streets Maintenance. Their team of skilled professionals specializes in renovations and remodeling, transforming your home into the space you've always dreamed of. From kitchen, bath remodels to complete home renovations, no job is too big or too small. Streets Maintenance will work with you every step of the way. to ensure your vision becomes a reality. So don't wait any longer. Call Streets Maintenance to schedule your consultation at 400-4483. Let's start building your dream home today.
On an athletic team, you need team players, good athletes, superior equipment, and the best coaches available. In real estate, you need to have a good title and settlement team at your disposal. Hi, this is Steve Anderson. Whether you're buying, selling, or refinancing, you need quality title and settlement services. Consider the team at Hawkeye Title. Give us a call at 351-8600. Hawkeye Title and Settlement, the team you love, the people you trust.
Tavern Blue on the Coralville Strip offers the ultimate sizzle of wood-fired pizza perfection. Elevate your pizza game with over 20 wood-fired pizzas, ranging from the Tony Pepperoni, the Philly Cheesesteak Pizza, Mary Margarita, and the Tavern Supreme. From the freshest ingredients, Tavern Blue cooks their pizzas to mouth-watering perfection in their wood-fired oven, which helps bring out those old-world flavors. Fresh creative salads, tacos, burgers, signature cocktails, beer, and wine are just a taste of what Tavern Blue has to offer. Tavern Blue is a family-friendly establishment that offers mini golf, table games, darts, and foosball. Go to tavernblue.com for the latest news, events, and specials, along with full menu options. Once again, that's tavernblue.com.
Don't let just anyone take care of your smile. At Diamond Dental, you can expect compassion, expertise, and a personalized care plan to protect your teeth for life. With more than 30 years of combined experience, Dr. Forbes and his staff are prepared to tackle even your toughest dental problems, leaving your smile healthy and sparkling. Diamond Dental offers a full range of general and cosmetic dentistry, as well as dental treatment options for snoring and sleep apnea. It's never too early to start thinking about what's best for your smile. Schedule an appointment today by calling 319-390-3703 or visiting the office at 5815 Consul Street Northeast, Suite D1 in Cedar Rapids. You can also visit DiamondDentalPC.com for more information. Dr. Forbes is a proud sponsor of the Hawkeye Wrestling Club and the Inner Circle. Let the Diamond Dental team provide superior care for your entire family.
Car won't go into gear? Call Premier. Premier Automotive in North Liberty offers full-service mechanical auto repair, in addition to being Eastern Iowa's most trusted name in auto body repair. Use Premier for all your auto repair needs: brakes, oil changes, air conditioning, diagnostics, transmissions, or preventative maintenance. Whether you hit a deer or your car won't go into gear, see Premier Automotive in North Liberty.
Diamond Dream Sports Academy 20,000 square foot indoor facility holds 8 batting cages, space for infield work, space for throwing and pitching and all your arm care needs. Offers private instruction, group lessons, camps and clinics, leagues, memberships. Rentals available at Diamond Dreams is open to the public.
Our top level instructors include former professional, college, and Olympic athletes. Our coaches will help these athletes achieve their full athletic potential, develop a strong work ethic, and a solid base to build. The last thing you want to do is look back and wish you had worked or played harder.
Locally owned and established in 2005, Diamond Dreams is Eastern Iowa's premier training facility. Located at 2905 Stoner Court, North Liberty. Call today and reserve your time. 319-665-2173. 319-665-2173.
GT Carr, owner of Supple's Building and Remodeling, has been offering unmatched service and quality for over 25 years. The trained professionals at Supple's Building and Remodeling will install and guarantee the products used in any job, no matter how big or small. They also stand behind their work and offer no-nonsense, exceptional customer service from design to completion and beyond. Whether it's a simple window replacement or a major house addition, you'll have the confidence that Supple's Building and Remodeling is committed to quality. Visit suples.net or call them today at 319-337-2246.
Hey, Iowa, we want your trade-ins. It's that simple. Sedans, coupes, SUVs, vans, trucks. We want them all. At Dairy Ford in Iowa City. If you don't need it, don't want it, can't afford it, we'll pay top market value for your trade. If you got a trade, you got a deal. 0% financing available. Plus huge discounts on over 60 new vehicles in stock. So bring us your trade-in. We want them all. Dairy Ford in Iowa City. Hurry in or shop online at DairyFord.com.
84 years of preparation, the wait is over. The Oxyokin's brand new book, Our Recipes, Our Story, is on sale now. 90 pages in full color, 67 recipes, and our unique history for only $24.99. Get yours while they last at the Oxyokin. Also mail order with our current serving hours at oxyokin.com. Oxyokin in the heart of Amana.
The From the Harty and Stalker Studios in the heart of the Hawkeye Nation, this is the mighty 1630 KCJJ, Iowa City.
Harty and Stalker Jewelers, making memories, making moments.
Meteorologist Brittany Merlot. Plenty of sunshine today with a high-pressure system overhead, giving us calm winds and clear skies with highs today hitting the mid-70s. We stay clear tonight and fall quite crisp. But as the winds begin to whip tomorrow out of the south, it'll pull our highs into the 80s. And we'll be sitting pretty under mostly sunny skies, too. That's the forecast on the mighty 1630 KCJJ. Right now, it's 62 degrees.
KCJJ weather, brought to you by Plum Supply.
Plum Supply kitchens and baths. Your home never looks so beautiful.
We are back.
We are. Yep.
I just they've been sending me these tests, whether they did my blood workup.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what any of these tests are for, but they're all normal. I mean, it's
that's
just
good.
Shows you a range where it's green,
and they're all there.
Yeah. I just
great.
don't know what they are.
There you go.
You don't need to know.
Just be happy.
Hello.
Well, you're lucky you've got blood.
Yeah, there you go.
Anyway, what do you think of this new hire for the gymnastics coach, this Llewellyn? Does she sound like a good one?
It seems like kind of a lateral move, doesn't it, Pat?
Well, she's coming from Washington, which I give Iowa credit for getting somebody from another Power 5. I don't know anything about gymnastics. I'm not going to act like I do. I mean, she is from another Power 5 school. I think it looks, had they gotten her from some tiny school, you'd maybe be like, oh, wow. But no, this looks from the surface like an okay hire. But again, I know nothing about women's gymnastics or men's gymnastics for that matter.
I think she came from Oregon State.
I thought it said Washington.
I thought it was Washington.
Well, no, she coached at Washington, but I think she went to Oregon State.
Okay, well,
that could very well be.
That could very well be, but we're talking about her job. She
was supposed to be good on bars, so...
Okay. Coaching-wise, though, she was the Washington head coach, wasn't she?
I've been good at bars, yes.
Yeah, the wrong kind.
So, I mean, they got her to leave the West Coast, and, I mean, she's going from one Big Ten school to another now, which is interesting, so we'll see.
And I was watching the baseball... And Texas A&M, every time they hit a run, everybody blows bubbles, and there's bubbles all over the whole stadium. So
good for them.
Omaha will have to be prepared for bubbles.
Yeah, I didn't watch any of that.
What if they get shut out?
Will they get shut out? I guess they get no bubbles.
No bubbles.
Not many teams get shut out in college. I mean,
no, you're right.
College baseball, those aluminum bats have made it so unfair for the pitchers. The average...
The hitting with aluminum bats... Does that kind of throw you off when you get into the majors and have to hit with a wooden bat?
It's an adjustment.
I would think
it's
so.
It's a huge adjustment.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously they don't have enough trees in the world to have college baseball use wooden bats. You prefer to use wooden bats.
I did see one aluminum bat twist and break in half when the batter tried to hit the ball.
Yeah, I think they were saying yesterday that the average ERA in college this year was like in the mid-sixes. For pitchers, that's just way too high. Some of these scores have been just outrageous. There's just such a huge advantage for the batter using an aluminum bat at this level. And it's dangerous. Some of this exit velocity, like 115 to 120, I mean, it is so dangerous for that pitcher who's like 55 feet away from the batter by the time he releases the ball. You're taking some chances.
Well, I know in softball, the pitchers wear masks.
Yeah, and the ball's not as... hit as hard. It's not as hard. The surface of the ball is not.
It's just bigger.
That makes it. It's not as hard.
And you're
either.
closer to it.
Well, you are closer,
and it doesn't move as fast. It's just different. And they all do wear masks. A lot of the third basemen wear masks. I'm surprised no pitchers wear masks.
Boy, I'd be wearing more than a mask if I was playing.
You know, when I pitched, I really never, but I did get hit one time. It bounced up and hit me, and it's a risk every time you throw that pitch, especially at that level with the hitters the way they are.
I remember one of my brothers happened to walk by when the kid is swinging a bat, and I thought, why didn't you watch what's going? And he got hit right in the head. Right. I thought, you got to be real careful when you're around some of these playgrounds.
I'm actually surprised that doesn't happen more often than it does.
Yeah. I'm surprised. Well, they put those nets up so that the crowd, because I remember my one great nephew went to a ball game at Ohio, or in Cleveland, and the ball came and he was going to catch it, and he said it looked like it was coming way too fast, so he hurried up, moved out of the way. It hit his seat and put a dent in it.
Wow.
And he said, I'm glad I didn't try and catch that ball. But I think that's kind of saved some of the fans with putting the net all the way down the sideline.
Yeah, people were getting hit.
Yeah.
Well, a lot of people go to ball games, and a lot of them sit there talking, and they don't pay any attention to what's going on out in the field either.
Yeah, I don't get that.
Why bother about going to a ball game? Then they bring in their teeny little kids, and they're sitting there talking, and the ball comes right at them, and I'm surprised little kids haven't been hit.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. No, you're right.
There have been. Actually, there have been little kids.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, well, you guys have a good day.
You too.
All right, we'll see you.
You
Bye.
too, Carla.
Yeah, no, those nets are there for, because there were kids. A lot of people,
So, on the break, I did check it out, and according to ESPN, the Fever game tonight is on NBA TV.
My neighbor texted, the Gazette has it on NBA TV. So I can't watch it.
I looked at WNBA, and it said USA Network. So, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know what channel NBA TV is, and I don't know how much it costs, but I'm pretty sure I don't
know. It's $13 a month.
Wow, that ain't cheap. Those $13 a month streaming things add up.
They sure do.
I mean, you get 3 of them. It doesn't sound like much. That's almost $50 a month just right there. I mean, does that include tax and everything? Is that?
I think so.
Okay, and who do they play tonight?
They play Connecticut.
Haven't they played them like 6 times already?
This will be their third.
Yeah. What a weird schedule.
And Connecticut just got beat by Cameron Brink's team, so they'll probably be mad.
So is that Brianna Stewart? Or is she New York?
She's New York Liberty.
Who's Connecticut's best? Is it Alyssa Thomas?
I think so.
Okay, and she's on the Olympic team, I believe. So,
well, I don't know why I got, I got the other one free, and it never said to pay anything for it. I'll have to see.
I just think $13.99 is a lot. I mean, you've said you get some for $5.99 and $6.99. That's but $13.99. That just seems like a lot. Doesn't it?
I get sometimes we'll pay extra so I don't get commercials.
But didn't you say like how much is Peacock a month?
I don't know.
Like
$7.99 or something.
And how much is Paramount?
I get commercials, so it's $5.99.
I mean,
the only one I've eliminated commercials on, two, Amazon Prime, which pissed me off when all of a sudden you got to pay $2 more. It was always supposed to be commercial free, and now you pay $2 more. So, and then Peacock. The rest of them, I don't care.
How much is Peacock a month?
$10.99 or $11.99.
I think we have a call, don't we?
Yeah. Hello.
If you have a good antenna, the Fever game will be on WQAD tonight.
What channel would that be?
That's 8.
Yeah,
8.3. Yeah, sometimes they put it on 8.1. It just depends.
I don't think 8.1 pops up on my options.
Well, we don't have antennas.
So there's no way
No.
Okay.
Your listeners may have it.
And Pat, go on Twitter and somebody will post
every
they'll post a stream.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I'll see it one way or the other.
Yeah.
I'll either see it on my phone.
Well, I'm not going to watch it on Twitter. But yeah, it's unfortunate that they can't be on TNT or just channels that most people get. I mean, it's just. I mean, they've been on what, ABC? Have they been on ABC and NBC this year, both?
Yeah.
And I know they've been on Ion a couple times.
It's positively entertaining.
Is that Ion?
Yeah.
I thought it was Ion. Why would it? That positively entertaining. That doesn't. Isn't ION stand for something?
Television.
Interest.
It's the last 3 letters of television.
Okay.
Seriously?
Yeah.
Wow.
That's when they started out. I know ions is an electrical charge, and
yes,
but they started out by
because like get is
was
great.
The word it was the word television, and then it's swept into ion.
Because like Get TV is great entertainment television. It stands for that. And what channel's Get?
115.
I think it's 115.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's what it is. And then of course 390. That Sundance is 390.
Yeah.
But like that channel 115, sometimes it's
Sundance is high definition at 1172.
1170. Would I get 1172?
I don't know.
I don't think I would.
I do.
I'll check it out. I mean, I don't watch Sundance much. I don't need to see Andy Griffith in high definition. That takes away the ambiance. Takes away the whole purpose of watching Andy Griffith. Take you back in time.
I don't want to go back in time.
I want to go back in time. I miss the 70s. Don't you miss the 70s, Suter?
Not in the slightest.
Not in the slightest. You don't miss it at all.
No.
I mean, I think that's when you were starting to spread your wings and make your mark in this world.
Well, I don't know about that, but
70s, you were in your 20s, weren't you? That's when you were carving out your destiny.
Yeah.
Wasn't it?
Sure.
More fun decades.
Well,
70s
I was playing in bands. I was,
I was playing in Little League.
I ran a restaurant.
Which restaurant?
DJ's Family Restaurant on the Coralville Strip, where alums used to be, where the Wig and Pen is now.
Wow, was it good?
Yeah, real good.
What was it called again?
DJ's Family Restaurant. It was alums and then was bought out by a private company.
Who owned it when you worked there?
A guy named A.J. Waitkoss.
And what kind of food?
Roast beef sandwiches.
So like hot roast beef sandwiches?
Yeah.
No,
Well,
not with gravy.
No, not with gravy. But you take the roast beef, and it would be
toasted,
a rare kind of.
Okay.
And then you would dip it in its own juice to finish it, and then you put it on an egg bun. The bun has
that's toasted on.
That's toasted.
You know,
and then you would salt it with Lowry's.
Bishops used to have great roast beef sandwiches. I used to dip them into little juice. Remember Bishops?
Yeah.
So okay, you were right now with the Wig and Pen. What was Carver Hawkeye wasn't there then? What was there?
Well, there was a golf course right across the street, the Lower Finkbine, the 9-hole golf course.
Which is now the parking lot and the track and all that?
Yes.
But what was up on the hill there where Carver was? Was that part of the golf course?
I think it was just trees, wasn't it?
Because there was no, I assume there was, the road that, is that Hawkins Drive?
I think it was just trees.
That road wasn't there, was it? The road that takes you between...
I don't believe so.
And was the baseball field there then? It had to have been, wasn't it?
Baseball field was right... I believe was right by the field house.
So the baseball field when you were working there was not where it is now?
I don't believe so.
Really? Okay.
Hello?
Suter, it was an open field where the arena is now. It was an open field with a bunch of trees, and then on the one side you had the big sledding hill that went down into the golf course.
Oh, okay.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, I got you.
Interesting. Wow.
Good.
Amazing how much it's
All
changed.
right, bye.
Bye.
Amazing how much it's changed. But we are talking, that's 50 years ago.
Yeah.
I mean, it's
I used to play that golf course all the time.
I don't want to go back 50 years.
So
I don't want to go back past flat screens.
Well, if we go back, I really don't want to go back 50. I don't want to be like 9 again, 10. I don't need to do that, but I wouldn't mind going back to be 20 again sometimes.
Oh, no, yeah, I guess.
Yeah. But I don't think about it much, like I said. But there's times, you think back, it was kind of fun being 20,
Well, it was.
Hello.
Morning. Regarding the Carver area, that was a hilly, wooded area when I was growing up, and Carver replaced it in 1983. Lots of trees, little trails down in there, kind of went down to the golf course.
Yeah, okay.
Okay.
And then just to the immediate west of that, and perhaps overlapping some of that, was Finkmine Park,
And
which
that's where,
was
like,
built back in the 40s as barracks for military people.
okay.
when
say
they
was
returned.
when was the track built? Kretzmeyer track.
The track probably in the 70s.
Okay. Wow. Okay, I thought it was there longer than that.
I thought it was maybe even later than that, but because when did Lower Finkmine cease being a golf course?
I don't know the answer to that. Finkmine Park was taken down. It was barracks. They were aluminum-sided, galvanized.
Oh, I remember the barracks.
2 units per building.
So you had 2 golf courses, or was it
Upper Finkmine and
they
Lower
were living
Finkmine?
quarters.
Oh, now what's left is what was used to be Upper Finkmine.
Yes.
Okay.
And none of them are left. There was also Stadium Park a little bit, well, right just to the west of Kinnick was Stadium Park.
Okay.
Yeah. Yep.
And people actually lived in those. They were heated with fuel oil barrels.
Yeah, I had
the living quarters couldn't have been more than probably 20 by 25, each one of them.
I had a friend whose family started out in one of the barracks right by Kinnick, and they ended up moving to Crestview Avenue where we lived.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, but it's changed a lot over there.
Boy,
But
it sure
the
has.
barracks were taken down predominantly in 1970 when they built the Demo College.
And when did the Don Klotz tennis courts, when were those built? Do you remember? The ones
I have
right by where
no
Kinnick
knowledge
is?
of that at all.
God, I remember those.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not familiar with that at all. But Carver was built in 83, I believe.
I believe that's right.
Dental
Yeah.
College in 1970. University Hospital 1927. The stadium in 1929.
29, yeah.
Yep.
So a lot going on in the last 50 years. But the barracks were there for years, and then they became antiquated and outdated, and they were all taken down in 1970.
Where did they play prior to?
They've been going 50-some years.
Yeah. Yep.
And I still know people that grew up there, lived there. In fact, I have some friends that live right across the street there.
Yep.
I knew them well, and they're still around.
All right. Well, thanks, Bill.
You bet. Thanks, guys.
Yeah.
Where did they play prior to Kinnick?
Iowa Field by where the university library is.
Okay. On the other side of the river?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that's those great teams under Howard Jones played there.
That's correct.
That's weird. I think a lot of people probably assume those great players played at Kinnick, but
Yeah, they didn't.
Duke Slater never played at Kinnick. Aubrey Devine,
No.
Gordon Locke, all those, they never played at Kinnick. They played on the other side of the river. That's interesting. I mean, I knew that, but I had to be reminded of that. Well, historical show.
Yeah.
We're actually doing better than I thought. I thought we could really struggle today.
Well, there's still time.
Well, I know. I mean, we can always destroy we can always easily destroy what we've created. But I feel a good flow right now. I did see something funny on Twitter. I'm curious to get your guys. Somehow a tweet popped up on my line because it makes no sense. It shows some girl being just chastised by a waitress because she only tipped her $5 on a $21 tab.
That's a good tip.
Yeah,
That's like 23%, isn't it? If my man.
Yeah.
And she's like, I got kids to feed, and they show this girl. You don't know how much of this is staged. You don't know if it's staged, but they show the girl, and she's looking like, okay, I just gave you a $5 tip. I don't know. I was just kind of curious what you guys thought about
Oh, I
it.
think that's a good tip. That's
I try to do 20 to
27%.
I try to do 25 to 30% when I tip.
And that's a real good tip.
20 to
Now, if I go to, let's say I go to Panera and get a $7 bowl of soup, I'll give just because they make you, I'll put a $1 tip in there because it's obvious if you don't tip, you don't hit the buttons, you know. But I'm not going to tip much more than $1 on a bowl of soup. Would you?
I don't know. I wouldn't order a bowl of soup.
But I order an $8 bowl of soup and I tip $1. I mean, that's because there's really not a lot that goes into it as far as service wise. But I think a $5 tip on a $21 bill is more
I
than
think
fair.
that's solid.
I think, yeah.
Like when I get tacos at Shakespeare's, I go over. They usually cost like $5.60. I'll leave a $2 tip, which is what would that be? But that's that's more a sign of thank you for these really cheap tacos.
Yeah.
You know, that's what, about 40%.
Yeah.
Do you know, I got tacos at Taco Bell, and I got like 10 tacos. We couldn't finish them.
Uh-huh.
So I put them in the
It's
fridge.
a lot of tacos.
Yeah. So, yeah, we had like 4 or 5 tacos left. And I put them in the fridge, and then Sunday morning I was hungry, and I thought, well, I wonder how these will microwave.
My God, I'm about
Not
ready to,
well.
I'm about ready to hurl.
20 seconds?
I would have put them in the oven.
They were fine.
Really?
They tasted just like yeah.
Oh, okay.
They were absolutely fine.
Okay.
I mean, I'm serious.
Yeah. Well, the bar wasn't set very high to begin with.
That's quite true.
But yeah, I don't handle stuff like that very well. That's me. I don't do leftovers very well, especially my own. I used to love my mom's leftovers. I hate my own leftovers. I throw them away usually.
The cat woke me up. It was early Sunday morning. It was like 4:30, and I was hungry. And so
you ate microwave tacos at 4:30 in the morning?
Just one taco, but it tasted just like it did when we got it.
I'm sure it did.
I would have had more than that, probably. But at 4:30 in the morning, maybe not.
If I'm hungry, I could easily eat 3 or 4 fast food tacos.
Easily.
Hello.
Hi. Yeah, just a quick comment. I heard you mention BJ's, and that brought back some memories.
Uh-huh.
I remember we used to eat there a few times. My older brother, was in college in like 73, 74. I remember we'd go out, have lunch there before we'd head back after getting him. I could never remember for sure. I was pretty sure it was Wig and Penn now, but I wasn't positive until I heard you say that. So, yeah, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, it was a good restaurant. I loved it.
Anyway, good memories. Enjoy your show.
Yeah, thanks
for your call. Hey, I just got a text. NBC and Peacock are not part of the WNBA TV package. ESPN, ABC, NBA TV, Amazon, Ion, CBS. Those are the channels that. So there's five different options, but Peacock and NBC are not part of it.
I've got ESPN2, Amazon, ABC, ESPN, Ion, NBA TV. That's 6.
Yeah, that's the 6 that I just named off.
Yeah, okay. I think there's one
CBS
Sports Network.
Well, he put CBS. Trust me, this person knows.
Okay.
I'm not going to say who it is on the air. I don't know if he'd mind or not, but but yeah. So NBC and Peacock are not options.
Good enough.
Well, one WNBA that comes up says yes, the league. WNBA league. And there's still the other one that says USA. So
well, that's a mistake.
I believe that's a mistake.
Yeah. Hello.
Oh, I was going to go back to the what was up there where Carver is now. There used to be a fitness trail up there.
Yeah.
And I remember running through the fitness trail, and you got so many points if you did this, and so many points if you did that. And then the baseball diamond was right out there by that armory, by the field house.
Yeah, yeah.
And I remember when they used to hit foul balls, you could hear them clunk off the backside of the armory. Mm-hmm. And if you hit a home run, it ended up in Melrose Road.
Yeah.
Out there.
Yeah. I'd find some baseballs there sometimes.
Yeah, and remember when they put up that green fence and it all fell down?
I do.
And they called it Flora's Folly. So they had to go and rebuild it and put things behind it to make it stay up. But they had the track right next there. That track, it was just right east of Kinnig.
Yeah, yes it was.
Because I remember afterwards I used to go out after the ball game and run around the track.
Yep, I remember seeing my cousin race there, and remember Larry Wazorek running for Iowa.
And then Deacon Jones. I think it was Deacon Jones. Yeah. And then they moved it over to where the baseball is now. And then they moved it over to where it is now.
So, Karen, do you remember when the practice field was right by Kinnick, where the hospital is now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's kind of funny thinking back to remembering all those things.
Uh-huh.
That really dates us.
It sure does.
Okay. Bye.
Bye. Yep, it does.
Epi just tweeted 7 minutes ago. It's a picture. It looks like, let's see, there's Yahweh Black, Deontay Craig. Is that Jay Higgins? It's these amazing Hawkeye student athletes made me super proud to be a Hawkeye, shared their life stories and their families' personal stories to Yosei. It was a powerful session with my family. Thank you, and go Hawks. So obviously Iowa put on a good show, which you knew they were going to.
Yeah.
And sooner than later he'll make a decision, and wherever he goes, life will go on. And hopefully he's a Hawk.
Hopefully he's a Hawk.
Hopefully he's a Hawk. So, but yeah, I always it's interesting listening to you guys talk about Iowa City before I moved here. I mean, I've been here for a long time, but then you think about it, I wasn't here in the 80s.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't move here until the early 90s.
I came here in 67.
Yeah, I was 3.
To school.
And we moved here in 55. So.
Yeah, I was thinking with Caitlin, she's not being in these Olympics. She obviously has realistically just 2 more, really. I mean, for the second Olympics, and she'll be 30. Not, by the time this comes around for us, for the 3rd time in her cycle, she'll be 30 years old. God, no, I was thinking about that. I'll be 68. You guys will be in your 80s.
Maybe.
Well,
one never knows.
Yeah, maybe I won't be.
Well, if I'm on my mom's schedule, I've got another 20 years.
Yeah.
If I'm on my dad's schedule, I died 13 years ago. So,
You'll be. Are you going to eulogize me by saying he was always on his phone?
No, but my guess is you'll be buried with your phone, won't you? Will you be buried with your cell phone?
Yeah, and I'll have my finger right
on your chest with your hands on it.
Yeah,
big smile on
my
your face.
finger on your number.
Yeah, there you go. Just calling me from the grave. Well, if I do my parents' thing, I got another 30 years left.
Yeah.
God, I'm going to run out of money.
Hello. Hello.
Hey, good morning, everybody.
Good morning.
I just heard Karn mention when the track was over just east of the brand new rec building at the time. But oddly enough, there was a local man was jogging around that track sometime in the 70s. He got hit by lightning. It exited his tennis shoes. I remember it blew his tennis shoe off. It was such a horrible lightning strike, but the guy survived.
Wow.
Yeah, it was an amazing story. I knew his kids, and later on, but anyway, the guy survived after taking a direct hit by lightning on that track there, right by the rec building, sometime in the 70s. Maybe some other listener will remember that story too. I just wanted to.
Was he normal?
You guys have a great week.
Thanks for the call.
You said he survived. Was he able? I mean, did he function normally?
Yeah, I think so. I do remember the story in the paper. It blew his tennis shoe off, and I think I can't swear to it, but I think he functioned normally. I mean, I didn't know him personally, and maybe not, but I do know he survived.
All right, cool.
Thanks.
Wait a second. Shaw Plumbing and Heating is telling me that the heating and cooling technician's coming right now for my appointment that was set for 3 to 5. What? All right. I mean, yesterday.
Don't know what to tell you.
Yeah, yesterday's reminder from Shaw Heating and Cooling. A technician will be arriving tomorrow between 3 p.m. and 5 p.m. Please call us, and I confirmed it. And this is Shaw Plumbing, Heating, and Cooling. We are reaching out to let you know you are next on the schedule. As soon as the technician is available, we will send you a note that they are on their way. Please feel okay. I guess they're not saying. Well, I'll just wait for them to get.
You're just saying you're next.
But but it's hard to. I mean, that's a 5-hour difference, and it's kind of hard to schedule things.
Maybe they're putting in a new unit for somebody.
Yeah, they're just all they're doing is doing the yearly check on my.
Yeah,
I do it for both of them. I was just planning on them being here for that window.
I have to change my filters this week.
They're doing that for me because they were supposed to come last week. They asked if I could switch because remember I don't know if we had. It was hot at the time, and they said some people were without their air conditioning. They're like, if you move it back, we will give you a $25 discount. I'm like, sure, that's fine. So I pushed it back a week, and now they're going to put in they're going to supply me with the filter.
That's cool.
So,
this guy got struck by lightning.
I'm sure the Press Citizen wrote about it.
and went into a coma.
Is this the guy you're talking about from Iowa City?
No. But he went into a coma. Before he went into the coma, he spoke English. After he woke up, he was fluent in Spanish.
Wow.
And he never took Spanish.
God.
Well, now that's interesting.
To think I took 4 years of it in high school and couldn't tell you.
All you had to do was hold a metal rod during a storm.
Yeah, and I could have saved myself 4 years of aggravation. Mrs. Mendez didn't like me. She said I was lazy.
My teacher was Georgina Bellina de Ringo.
I had Mr. DeAngelis in junior high. He liked me, but only because he liked my dad. They were both teachers together. And I think he liked me because of my dad. But Mrs. Mendez told me I was lazy about embracing the Spanish language.
I was a good Spanish student.
I was not.
I liked it.
I started out okay when it was just the first early parts of it. If you remember, it's all just memorization.
Uh-huh.
But then as it started to get, I lost interest.
They gave me Latin. I took Latin.
Latin was not. I've been told that is not easy. And what's the point?
Well, I can't remember any of it now.
I mean, Spanish. I wish I knew it.
Except for
I remember.
I wish I knew.
Bona Puella.
Like Tyler Devine, he knows how to speak pretty fluent.
Bona Puella.
Spanish. I
good
wish I did.
girl. Bona Puella. Good boy.
That's what you remember?
That's what that's all I remember. Listen, I got good grades in algebra, like I say, and I can't remember one damn thing about it at all. And I got I seriously got like B pluses, and
God, in my family, those would be considered bad grades, other than for me.
I got A pluses through 6th grade, and then as soon as they threw in the first letter, I was done.
I was done.
I
didn't get algebra till 9th grade. I was okay with math through 8th grade. Not great, but addition, subtraction, division, I could handle that stuff. I didn't like it.
Absolutely.
But once I got to freshman algebra, I was done.
We only got S, N's, and U's in grade school.
No, I just could not. And geometry was almost as hard, but not quite as. I could at least understand geometry a little bit to where I didn't have to cheat to get out of there. I had to cheat to get out of algebra. I wouldn't have passed.
I had a
I'm
little
not
bit
condoning
of.
it.
I had a little bit of.
I did though.
You're not telling kids to.
No, I'm not encouraging kids to cheat, but I think my teacher even knew I cheated because I got like a 46 on my final after just. And
out of how many?
50. And again, I'm getting a D in the class, and I think he just wanted me to move on. Just get going.
I think that happened in Burlington.
And then all my other classes, I was okay. I mean, I was on A's and B's. And,
right.
And usually a lot of the classes that I got C's in, strictly from laziness, for the most part.
I got B in high
I got
school.
a lot of B's.
I got A's and B's.
But I also got B's in some classes.
Mostly, yeah.
I never really took school that serious, and I should have. I mean, I never.
I got A's and
now, look,
B's except for math.
Look, I'm sitting here. This is a lesson to be learned, kids. A lesson to be learned. There's my brother, a big successful lawyer. He took school serious, and here I am sitting here at 10:20 in the morning.
Hello.
I was a C student in algebra, and then the final came along, and I got an A. And the teacher looked at it and brought it back to me and said, "Okay, now show your work." I just got up and left the room.
Yeah, I didn't. Like, my teacher did not make me do. Again, I think he just knew that I was hopeless and wanted me to move on because he knew I was okay in everything else. I just did not understand algebra. My parents had paid for tutors. It just made no sense to me. Nothing.
I don't know why I did it. I mean, wouldn't you think that I would remember? Because I did. I got like A minuses or B pluses. Wouldn't you think I'd remember something?
No, I'm guessing most people in their 70s, if they've never been around algebra for the last 50 years, wouldn't remember much. I don't think you're unusual at all. No, you
don't think there's something wrong with me?
No,
I think the people that use algebra are
going to. You would be,
build things.
Yeah. Well, look at this thing that I have.
But you didn't build it with your hands.
Plus, 1 or 2 years of high school algebra is just scratching the surface of it.
Oh, of course.
I mean, that's just scratching the surface of math. I mean, some of my smart buddies from college, they clept out of so many classes. By the time they got to college, they had already accumulated a bunch.
We're halfway done.
My one buddy, all he did was party, but he was so smart. He came here. He already had like 20 credits because he had clept out of him in high school because he was a math genius. I mean, it was just amazing how smart he was in math. And,
That's like my grandson. My grandsons.
Yeah, some you're born with it, and some you're not.
Yep.
But no, with me though, a lot of it was just lack of focus and desire. I just didn't apply myself as much as I should have. And there's only so much a teacher and a parent can do. At some point, you got to lift yourself up by your bootstraps.
This is true.
Now, in fairness to myself too, I also graduated from college in 4 years, so it's not like I was just some derelict foaming at the mouth either. You know, I mean, I did apply myself when I had to. If I could find an easy way to get by, lots of times I took that easy way.
What? There you go.
Derelict foaming at the mouth.
Well, I mean, you ever seen a derelict foaming at the mouth?
Yeah,
You bet.
Coming out of the deadwood.
Yeah. Those are beer suds.
Yeah, whatever.
Trying to think if there's. Oh, and I did see a photo of the women's basketball team all together. It looks like all the. It looked
I didn't see that.
It looked
Cool.
like it was the entire roster. I mean, yeah, I think. I can't remember who took it. I think it may have been Iowa women's basketball tweeted it, but you're not on Twitter anymore. And it looked like the entire team was there. I mean, I saw the Ava Hayden, and she's big. She's tall.
Yes.
I mean, what do they list her? 6'4"?
6'4",
Yeah, I think she's going to help them next
I
year.
do too.
Hello.
Hey, Captain. I'm about 15 minutes too late. I just get my wife out of the shower when you guys were talking about old-time Iowa City, and I'm later than all of you. But there's a great picture at Heirloom Sales. They get a lot of old pictures, and there's a great picture. I want to say either really early Kinnick Stadium, because it's like teens, 20s, or the old stadium, of a long shot. You see the stadium, you see all these lines of it must be Model Ts. And all these folks walking, all the guys have a long coat and a hat. Everybody's dressed up.
Yeah.
And it's just a great, I could stand and look at that, just to see different things every day. It's just a great picture of old-time football.
Well, it's funny because, that absolutely mirrors society. And you look at some of the pictures from Evie's era, and the guys all have
They're all dressed alike.
Yeah, and they all have ties
and
hats.
trench coats and
Yeah.
hats.
Yeah.
Oh, God, I couldn't imagine
I like to look at old baseball. Look at the stadium, a baseball park in the teens, 20s, 30s. Everybody has a hat. Everybody has a tie.
Yeah.
It's just amazing.
Wild.
You're
That
right.
is wild.
Well, anyway, thanks for being here. I don't get to listen as much, so just mostly when Lori's in the shower.
Well, thanks for the call. And I'll see you at Hy-Vee.
Luckily, it took a little... Huh?
I see you a lot at Hy-Vee. Yeah. I run into a lot of people. I ran into you at Hy-Vee the other day. Yep. Well, thanks for calling.
Yeah, thanks. Bye-bye.
I ran into Suter.
Yeah.
He was doing the shopping, buying stuff for spaghetti. Did you have it?
Not yet.
I haven't had it yet either. I think I might do it today.
I got to go and get dog and cat food.
I thought you had it delivered.
No.
Oh.
No.
Another call.
Hello.
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 Hey, guys. Good day.
Good
day. Hey, not to whip a dead horse, but the old, I grew up in Iowa City, born in 76. On Melrose, that was where the old baseball stadium was.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
And Freddie Mims used to hit those two-story houses across Melrose.
Yeah. Fred was good. Great center fielder.
I used to, as I said, I used to find baseballs on Melrose.
Last team to make the World Series from Iowa.
Yeah, I was driving when you guys were responding on it. But and the old track, it used to be where the bubble was.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's right.
All right.
Yeah, because I long jumped, and it was 17 feet before you hit sand.
Wow.
So I was scared. I didn't want to scrape my butt up.
Well, that's a good reason to jump 18 feet.
Yeah.
19.3.
Okay, well, that's pretty good.
Well, thanks, class of 76.
Oh, yeah.
All right.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Class of 76.
So that was Ann's class.
What would yours have been if it had
70.
Oh, he's saying 76 high school? I thought he meant
he was
graduated
high
from
school.
Iowa. Okay. I thought he meant that's the year he graduated from Iowa.
67.
82.
Hike.
Hike what?
No, it's 67, 82, hike.
I see what you're doing.
See what I did?
Yeah.
See what I did there?
Yep.
Now you asked me what I was doing in 67.
67, you were radio, weren't you?
Yeah.
Hey, what a good time to be in radio, though, man. 67 to 77. What a great 10-year stretch that was. Or 67 to 80. Think about that. That 13
There's
stretch.
a lot of crap, though.
Oh, there's a lot of crap. There's also a lot of legendary music produced during that time that has stood the test of time. Wouldn't you agree?
Some of it stood the test of time, and then
some of it didn't, and you can say
did
that
not.
about
Some of it, like Terry Jacks.
Was that Seasons in the
Yes, it is.
But that wasn't that his only song. I mean,
yeah.
Yes.
Somebody obviously liked it.
Yeah.
Because it was sure. I remember. I'm old enough to remember it being played all the time in the mid to late 70s.
That song stunk.
We had joy,
Yeah,
we had fun,
bad.
we had seasons in the sun. But I mean, I know the lyrics, and I didn't like the song. I bet you know the lyrics, don't you?
Goodbye to you, my trusted friend.
Yeah, I mean, we can't do that, though. YouTube's getting ready to sue it. They're already sending lawyers here, aren't they? Copyright lawyers to take us down.
Yeah, that was a bad song.
Yeah,
Still is.
Okay, Seasons in the Sun or Chevy Van?
Chevy Van.
I liked Chevy Van.
I did too.
That was Sammy Johns. Sammy Johns. Yeah, I like Chevy Van.
Yeah.
And that reminds me of the 70s. When I hear that song, I think of the 70s.
Okay, 72.
We're talking Terry Jacks, right?
Here's the songs. I'll Take You There by Staple Singers. Okay.
Don't mind that.
Good song.
Brandy by Looking Glass.
Yeah, decent.
Heart of Gold, Neil Young.
Love it.
Good.
Lean on Me, Bill Withers. Good.
Great.
Guitar Man, Brad Boring. Backstabbers by the OJs.
I don't know that one.
You
Smile in your face all the time. They want to take your
They
place.
smile in your face.
Yeah, backstabbers.
All the time they want to take your place.
Papa Was a Rolling Stone.
Like that one.
Rocket Man by
Love that one.
So.
Listen to the Music.
Liked.
Who did that one?
Doobie
Doobies.
Brothers.
That's right. Okay. Yeah.
Burning Love by Elvis.
Elvis. Liked it.
Saturday in the Park, Chicago.
Okay.
Liked it.
Look What You've Done for Me, Al Green. I don't remember that.
I'd have to hear it.
Yeah. It's So Nice to Be With You, Gallery.
Yeah. Wasn't that Ross Wilburn's favorite song?
Yeah.
So God no.
Yeah.
God no.
He told me that, and I just looked at him. What the hell are you talking about?
Who said
Ross
that?
Wilburn.
Ross Wilburn.
Why do I know that name?
He used to be mayor of Iowa City.
He's the first black mayor.
Isn't he
wasn't
black?
Yeah.
Yeah.
How would a black person like that song?
Well, we have always wondered that.
Yeah.
I apologize on behalf of the black race.
School's Out, Alice Cooper.
Okay.
Take It Easy, Eagles.
Like
T-Rex with Metal Guru.
Never didn't like anything from T-Rex.
Arlo Guthrie, City of New Orleans.
Yes, Cousin Arlo.
It's Too Late to Turn Back Now, Cornelius Brothers and Sister Rose.
I didn't particularly like
I
that.
have to hear it to know it.
Rock and Roll, Gary, I'm a Pervert, Glitter.
Oh, anything from Gary Glitter, no.
Yeah. Baby, Don't Get Hooked on Me, Mac Davis.
Oh, God. That's one of the worst songs ever, isn't it?
It's up there.
I didn't hate that like you guys did.
I hate it with a passion.
Main Ingredient, Everybody Plays the Fool.
Yeah.
It's okay. It's a
Curtis Mayfield,
Superfly.
Freddie's Dead.
Don't know that.
Don't know that one.
That's what I said. Freddie's Dead. Yeah. I like that
Hmm.
song. Here's a song that your brother used to just drive me mad when he'd play it all the time. Sylvia's Mother.
Oh,
by
God, I
Dr.
hated
Hook.
that song.
That's Dr. Hook, isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, my God, I hated
Billy
that
liked that?
song.
Oh, yeah.
See,
Play it
didn't-
all the time.
Yeah, I did not like that one.
No.
What else did he have, Doc?
When you're in love with a beautiful
it's
woman,
hard.
it gets hard.
Yeah.
But I like the intro.
I thought he was terrible.
Yeah.
I didn't realize he was that long. I thought Dr. Hook was late 70s, early 80s.
No,
I didn't think he
72.
was 72.
Bee Gees, Run to Me sucked.
Run to me.
It Never Rains in Southern California, Albert Hammond.
But it does.
That was okay.
Kelly Neff used to play that a lot. Troglodyte by the Jimmy Castor Bunch.
I'd have to hear it.
Yeah, I don't think I
I
liked
think I've heard of it, but I can't.
I don't think I liked it.
No.
How many are you naming off? Where are we at now?
I don't know, it keeps
We've
going
got
on
into
and
30s and
taking us to 22.
yeah, I think we've toured the.
Go 5 more.
A Puppy Love by Donny Osmond.
Yikes.
Oh, God.
Hurting Each Other by the Carpenters. You Wear It Well, Rod Stewart, good song.
Yeah.
I'd have to hear it.
Go All the Way, Raspberries.
Like?
Wayne Newton, Daddy, Don't You Walk So Fast.
No.
Walk on the Wild Side by Lou Reed.
I like that.
Yeah.
Which I could not believe that we played on the radio, but we did.
When you say we, what are you talking about?
I mean, disc jockeys everywhere. That song was played on almost every station.
Well, what was wrong with it?
Just because it's
the subject matter.
Subject matter.
Oh, at the time. Okay.
Yeah.
I didn't think. How long was it?
And then the lyrics, the colored girls go do to do. And then Gilbert O'Sullivan and Claire. So there.
Gilbert O'Sullivan, I could have done without, to be honest.
I liked about half of those songs. How about Gallery?
Good. He did.
Yeah.
And I said,
you guys attacked him for it?
Kinda.
But see, you were being racist. You were holding him to a higher standard because he was black.
Well,
if a white guy had said they like Gallery, you would have been fine with it. So
no,
this is reverse
no,
racism.
I wouldn't have.
No, but you wouldn't have. You would have been like, you're better. You were surprised because a black guy liked Gallery, right?
Yeah,
I am too.
Absolutely.
I'm stunned.
I absolutely.
And I think he owes his race an explanation.
Yeah.
I'm kidding, of course. That is a horrible song.
Oh, it's horrible.
Yeah, if a white guy would have said it, I would have been. But when he said it, I just. You're right. It is kind of racist.
Yeah, kind of.
Yeah.
Reverse racism.
But Jesus.
No, that is a dreadful song.
A dreadful song is a good description.
Yeah. Yeah, that was at a table-to-table radio thought.
Oh, I think Iowa I just got a text saying Pat Anger's the new. Let me see if.
I saw somebody on social media said that the other day. I didn't know.
It sounds like it's just being released. I haven't got an email yet. Oh, yeah, here it is. Isn't it amazing how it happens when
Yeah.
Former University of Iowa All-America linebacker Pat Anger has been named the color analyst for the Iowa football program. It was announced Monday by Hawkeye Sports Properties, the locally based team of Learfield, the blah, blah. Anger will join the voice of the Hawkeyes, Gary Dolphin. I would like to thank Learfield. The rest is just looking back. I mean, I'll tell you, wasn't it just 2 days ago, weren't you being told that it was James Vandenberg?
That he was one of the four. Not that he got the job, but he was one of the four.
Okay, I thought I read where somebody out of Sioux City, wasn't somebody in Sioux City saying it was going to be James Vandenberg? And the initial loose that you got, not saying you got, he wasn't even on the initial one, was it? Wasn't it Matt Vandenberg?
Matt Vandenberg, yeah. Yeah.
Okay, so, I mean, I don't really have a feeling either way. I mean, I don't. I think Anthony Herron would have been clearly the best, but he's not. They reached out to him.
Probably didn't work out.
It didn't work out. I
Yeah.
mean, he did. I know for a fact that Iowa reached out to Anthony, but it just didn't reach out, but it just didn't work out because he's too busy. He's too established in everything else he's doing in Chicago. So, I mean, Pat was I remember him.
He is funny.
He's funny, and he was a star player, played in the NFL, so he fills a lot of the boxes. Now you just got to give him a chance.
Yeah.
So I'll go post this, but it just seems like this stuff happens so often when I'm in here.
Yeah.
I'll be the last one to post it, but that's not going to drive a ton of traffic. And I'll tell you what, that thing I wrote on Brian Ferentz drove it didn't do much on Twitter, but then when I looked the other day on this, it drove a ton of traffic on our website.
Yeah.
People are interested in that subject.
Mm-hmm.
Some people said I was being too rough on myself. Because remember, I wrote that I just assumed that there was no way a black head coach was going to hire Brian Ferentz, and I was wrong. And I give Mike Loxley credit for, if you're a black guy, you could have easily held that against Brian, all the stuff coming out of here. But he didn't. And like I said, I hope it works out for Brian. I really do. So.
But do you think he'd have anything to do with Wilburn after he said he liked Gallery?
Well, maybe he'll come back with, you think he likes Gallery more than Al Green?
Yeah, I do.
Yes.
Hendricks?
No. I would say no.
Oh, if you like Gallery.
If you like Gallery, I'm
like
guessing he may be like Orleans and
yeah,
that's very possible.
Who knows where Ross Wilburn's going music-wise?
Carpenters.
I liked the Carpenters. Forgive me.
God,
I saw him in concert in Las Vegas, and it was great.
Well, I'm sure that they,
when was this?
1974.
I thought, yeah.
So she didn't have her physical problems by then, did she?
Probably starting. I mean,
didn't she starve herself to death? Basically.
Well, she had an
She had
eating
anorexia.
disorder.
She had anorexia. Yeah,
Yeah.
very sad. Very sad.
Oh, she had a great voice.
She did, and
Fantastic
she could play the
voice.
drums.
Yeah.
She's a good drummer.
Hello.
Hey, guys.
Hey.
Hey, Pat, you missed the boat. You should have applied.
Yeah. Yeah, I gave it serious thought. Yeah, I'm kidding.
Oh,
No.
yeah, right.
Yeah.
No, really, though. Angers got the job done?
That's
Yes,
what it
Iowa
said.
just announced it.
Wow. Well, you can't replace Podolak. We'll see.
Well, he's
Well,
yes,
they,
he can.
Yeah, they can. They just did.
Yeah, he's replaced Podolak.
Well, you know what I mean.
Yes, I know what you mean. Eddie
All
was
right.
Eddie is an icon.
Absolutely. I remember when he was on the Pentacrest.
Yeah.
Okay.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
I think this is.
Is that enough? Is that our, go out with that?
Are we ending on that one?
Yeah, I think we should.
Oh, yeah, we can end on that one.
All right.
I got something I got to go do. I got to get this posted on my website. I can't do it with my cell phone. I got to go home to do it. Everybody enjoy today because it's going to get a lot hotter tomorrow, right?
Well, it's going to be around 80 tomorrow.
Oh,
it
that's
gets
fine.
a lot hotter on Wednesday.
What did I hear you say? Like 93?
90 on Wednesday, low 90s on Thursday, and then we'll have storms on Thursday.
Okay, we could use some. My yard's starting to get dry.
All right, Molly Suter is next. HawkFanatic.com. Check it out. It's free.
KCJJ Weather, brought to you by Plum.